How's everybody doing? Welcome to the stack. Welcome back if you've been here before. I'm NeonMushroom, and today we got some historic streaming for you guys. Few things we need to get going. Give me the beans. Yeah, boy, I got the beans. A few things we gotta go over before we get into the fucking gameplay. Am I right, boys? This room is actually, it probably doesn't look super familiar, but it is like super duper familiar. Audio. Let me know how the mix is as well. We're still getting that worked out. This is this was my bedroom where I stream from. You'll be seeing a lot more of it, especially on the main channel. But part of the thing we were doing over the holiday break for us is like the overlay. Glad you like it, Foley. Calvin's been working his ass off. We've disappeared for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. But we didn't really stop working. I definitely got some extra time to vibe and do me and be myself a little bit. Just kind of de-stress, take some time for the holidays. But the real reason that we actually needed to take some time away was more or less so we could prepare for a tiny bump up cataclysm. Say less, say less. Let me know if this is any better. But we use this break to set up some stuff that's happening. We've moved out of Pandemonium Games and Hobbies. No, not because we don't like them, just because we're moving into 2022, and we are very much a entertainment channel, and we want to not just be entertaining from like a haha meme, we're very funny boys, but we want the production quality to be quite a bit higher than it has been previously. And Pandemonium is currently, there's some stuff going on, transitioning, a lot of LGSs are opening up. Pandemonium is, they don't know when they're reopening, but they are looking into the not too distant future and realizing that, that time's going to be coming sooner or later. And they can't really accommodate us the space that we need to really bump up the quality and content. This means controlling the lighting, controlling the sound, controlling the studio itself. So we have literally remodeled this room. You can't see it very well right now, but this Friday we're going to have the rest of the stuff. We've got some sound treating coming in, just some sparse stuff, some LED lights to hopefully make this stream setup look a little more cozy, a little bit more gamer girly. Maybe get some cat ears for these cans right here. But that's what we've been doing, kind of remodeling this. Calvin's been working on all kinds of cool assets for you guys. Look forward to some physical stuff coming pretty soon for you as well. But other than that, we got this is some boring talk for you guys, but the business plan for Q1 and Q2 of 2022 is done. What does it mean for you guys? Well, right, Void? No, I'm just kidding. I mean, maybe I'm kidding, maybe I'm not. I'll never tell. But these quarterly plans as a business, because we have an income, so we have to treat this like a business, translates into more content. So here's the layout, and this is going to be reflected in the streaming schedule and in the YouTube's upload schedule very soon. But what's going to be happening here is, remember the Sunday streams. These are Commander gameplay streams where we play the game as Commander, and we do that between 3 and 5 times, and then they get re-uploaded to Rebound. Rebound turns out is a pretty good way for us to make money off of AdSense because it's long form content that people enjoy watching. But going through our Rebound content, we have found that the quality is not up to what we would consider good at all. So that's one of the reasons for the studio here. We're going to be adding another Sunday-like stream day. This is probably going to be on Tuesday, and it's going to be near the same time in the day, and we're going to be doing Commander games the same way we were. We're just doubling up on that Commander Day stream. And then Thursday, you'll know that we tried out the doing coverage of the patrons playing Spell Table, but we're actually going to move towards just streaming Spell Table games with you guys probably on Thursday. Also, if you're in the Discord, because you're a patron, pay attention to the Discord for the coming days. We're going to be doing some haggling with you guys, figuring out. We're also going to try to make another day aside from Thursday where we're available to play Spell Table with you guys. There's been an issue with that previously. Having games not fire and stuff has been pretty disheartening on the Discord, and that's something we are paying close attention to. So, more Commander. And then on the main channel, we're just going to be doing one gameplay video a week for the first 3 months or so of this of this year, just to make sure our plate's not too full, because MTG The Stack Horizons is a thing now. There's only one video up, but this video you're watching right now will be uploaded to MTG The Stack Horizons, as will the other days of the week. We are daily streaming, and what that means is on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, you're going to get your Commander streams, and then on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, you're going to see me and Trigger doing solo streams, whether it's Alchemy, Historic, Standard, Draft, Sealed, Pauper Brawl, maybe some MTGO, some Modern, and then more news coming in the second quarter of this year about some paper 60 card content that I have some extra help coming in to help us with. But that's all I'm going to say on it now. That's been a lengthy intro and a lengthy, is it exposition? I'm not sure what the word is for it. Also, you guys will get to see the studio more on the YouTube channel, and probably here as well. Oh, one last little thing. If you want more in-depth details, look forward to the update coming on the YouTube channel. Calvin's coming over tomorrow, so we can shoot it. That said, we're here for a reason. We're going to be playing some Magic the Gathering today. Today I've decided to do our first 60 card, Standard, Modern, Pioneer, stuff like that, in paper. It's going to be sweet. But, because we do a lot of that here in Michigan. We got a really good scene for it, and a lot of people that are willing to help us, just eager to help us out with making that content. Good players. We're playing Historic. We haven't played Historic yet on this channel, but we have a good friend of the channel, John Likes Games, and they do open Historic gameplay on their Twitch stream, and we'd like to challenge them, and a part of that is playing Historic. So, much in true me fashion, I've got a control deck sleeved up for you guys today. Proverbially sleeved. It's not, there's no real sleeves on here. Thanks for trying to get another day for Spell Table games. It helps because living the other side of the coast sucks. Yeah, and I think doing the coverage thing was a good idea, and we might move into that. But I think getting the personality and like just the patrons is a big part of what this is built on, and making sure you guys are a big part of the content is something that we want to nurture. We've been waxing and waning on how we want to do it. The big issue is, right, you guys, quality. People depend person to person. You're going to have different quality of cameras, microphones, lighting, things like that. So we're going to have some issues to work through, and we will probably have to work with everyone on a case-by-case basis to get the quality as good as possible. But I think we can just have you guys streaming, provided that, you know, you can consent to your voice and your hands being uploaded to the internet for, you know, some amount of viewers. Now that the prerequisites have finished up, we can go ahead and have a quick look at today's deck. Okay, today we're playing Jeskai Control and Historic. This is a deck that I was playing previously before Memory Lapse was suspended and hasn't been banned yet, which I'm not sure what that means, but that hasn't been banned yet. This deck list, and if you're watching this on Horizons, hi YouTube. If you are, check out the stream because we're doing this live. And if you're watching this on the stream, check out Horizons because that channel is, I think it's going to be really cool. I can't tell you about all the plans we have for it, but we're excited. Deck list is in the description if you're on YouTube. That's the point. So, Jeskai Control without Memory Lapse is pretty interesting. We have to play some cards that maybe we weren't playing as many of in the main board. We're playing 4 Expressive Iteration, which I think the deck would traditionally play like 2 or 3. 2 Magma Spray, 2 Unholy Heat because we need more removal. 2 Justice Strike for Lightning Helix, for Archmage's Charm, which is awesome. We're going to opt to play Anger of the Gods. The exile effect on it is quite good. 2 Prismari Command, 2 Mizzix Mastery, 3 Torrential Gearhulks, so we can flashback 4 copies of Magma Opus. You'll see how that plays out in the gameplay. And then 2 Teferis with a just solid mana base. Historic's mana base is quite good. Sideboard is pretty bread and butter. We got Rest in Peace plus a copy of Soul Guide Lantern. And then we got Aether Gust, 2 Fry's Mystical Dispute, 2 Niv Mizzet Parents, 2 Mystical Disputes. Did I already say that? I think 3 Mystical Disputes. 3 Archon of Absolution. This isn't my tech. I've seen someone doing this and it looked pretty good. And 2 Wrath of Gods. So this is the deck we're going to be playing. 5 games. Tonight's stream is just going to be the 5 games. We're probably going to do some longer streams in the future this year, but this is a late one. We're not sure if we're going to be doing late start or early start. Look forward to the schedule being posted on the in the Twitch interface, which will be pretty good. I think it's down below in Twitch. We're still kind of new here, but that said, without further ado, let's play some, where is it? Is it last played? Traditional, Historic, Ranked. That's the deck. Play. Here we go. Low Class Warrior. Nice. Looks like a good deck. Yeah, I saw some decks like this running around on the MTG Historic meta pages. Look pretty good to me. Looked like my style. Is that the stack with Celebrity Ninja Abuser NeonMushroom? Good to see you guys back. What's going on, Reaper? How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Down to anything to make it easier on your end. Thank you. Down for anything, I assume. Thank you, Cataclysm. Appreciate it, Loss. I'm sure we're down to fix our shit to help you guys make content. And we don't worry, we won't ask for that much. We just need to have like a minimum threshold, because part of what we're trying to do this year is like get the quality of the content up. We're going to be on the play. And let's take a look at our opening hand. We've got 5 lands, which makes the Expressive Iteration a little bit less attractive. Expressive lets us keep hands with low land counts, right? But I think this is ultimately a keep. We've got Raugrin Triome is probably something we're not going to play. We're probably going to lead on Hallowed Fountain and Sulfur Falls, and we'll try to cycle it because we've got an Expression. But I think this is a keep. Obviously, we're playing a ton of blue sources because Archmage's Charm is a card we absolutely need to be able to cast. I put it on being one of the best card in our deck, maybe? Yeah, it's probably the best card in our deck. I thought I took a long time picking my opening hand, but our opponent took forever too. How's everyone's holidays? I know earlier in the chat people were saying, but tell me again. Sorry, the beginning of the stream is actually just me getting everything ready. What's up, the malted one? Good evening. Hey, maybe they'll just time out and we'll get a free win. Don't worry, we won't count the free wins or our opponent's timeout. We have hacked Arena. This is part of the plan. Oh, they're mulliganing. Maybe they're streaming. Oh, goodness. What if they're streaming? Okay. So we'll definitely tap Hallowed Fountain so our Sulfur Falls comes into play untapped. Then turn 3, we can probably just play the island and hold up Archmage's Charm. We won't Expressive until we have a better idea of what we're looking for. A companion. Yeah, in Historic they play companions. It's sweet. Reaper. Holidays were spent starved off the stat content. Other than that, pretty good. Well, we're back. And we have been, I don't know if you caught the beginning of the stream, but like, I'm in the new studio space right now. I actually got rid of my room. I got rid of everything, put a lot of stuff away, got rid of a bunch of shit, repainted the room. We got sound treating coming. The goal is to have much higher quality content. Our opponent is in the tank, and they haven't even played a land yet. Ooh, Esper Sentinel. All right, well, we're not going to play that game with them. I will absolutely pay. So I just made a new commander deck. I went ahead and made a Gearhulk deck, trying to get out of my comfort zone for Gruul. Well, that's one way to do it. I think we're playing against some form of Enchantress. I think I do want to just play this island and hold up Archmage's Charm. Not sure what our opponent's going to want to do, but we can kill a 2/1 unless they're a blue deck, so it can get kind of funny. That's an Esper Sentinel. Do we just counter the Esper Sentinel? I think we kind of want to do that. They're low on cards. I'd really like it if they didn't have a bunch of cards. Yeah, Gearhulk. Now, Gearhulk is just an insanely good deck in general. Oh, Stormchaser Drake. Phenomenal in this deck, actually, now that I know what it does. Ooh, we're in trouble. Well, this Expressive could draw us into something a little special. Now I'm being punished for not leading on this Anger of the Gods. Kind of miserable. Or not leading on the Raugrin Triome. We're going to Expressive and maybe just die to the Stormchaser Drake. Looks like it. But we will take this moment to try to... What do we want in our hand? Probably Archmage's Charm. But I think we're going to wind up losing this game. And that was an argument to play the Raugrin Triome early. I didn't think about the fact we could need double red at this point in the game. Just put a Dolphy Voidwalker and Helm of Obedience combo in it. Man, it was so much fun. I cannot wait to play against that on some spell table. That sounds sick. Core Spirit Dancer, on the other hand, less sick. Yeah, we're in a lot of danger. I don't know how we win this game. This is poopy uh-oh. But we'll give ourselves one more draw before conceding. I think you're going to take the action to draw a card, my guy. If I had to guess. Yeah, I finished custom commander deck we talked about. I'm proxying the cards now. Outstanding. I'm going to Expressive here. We got a Magma Spray. No, none of this really does the thing we're looking for. We will concede. We're now very aware of the deck that we're playing against, which is going to help, because that opener is really bad against Enchantress. I think Wrath of God's actually pretty good. Fry is likely very good. They can't counter Fry. I don't know how they beat a Niv Mizzet, but I don't know if it's good enough. I think I like Wrath of God as well, just as like a... They probably have like dive downs and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I like our cheap interaction. We're going to need to be able to kill stuff effectively. I think Archmage's Charm might not be very good. So we'll get rid of the Archmage's Charms. What else? I think our Justice Strike, Fry, Lightning Helix, Magma Spray, Unholy Heat, Anger of the Gods, Prismari Command all just deal with their creatures. I mean, other than that, maybe we play a Niv Mizzet. Or maybe we like tech into some mystical disputes to fight their disputes. Could not be the worst thing. I think I'm going to trim... I think since we're interacting so much, I could see trimming an Expressive Iteration for a mystical dispute here. And we'll try to run the deck like this. Small nitpick, but isn't Flame Blessed Bolt better than Magma Spray? Or am I missing something? It might be. We'll check it after this. Does it exile like Magma Spray does? Because if it does, it probably is Hedron Squid. Oh, by the way, Hedron Squid, what's going on? You're Nick for starts. So that's pretty cool. Nick, am I going to see you tomorrow? I'm thinking about coming out to play tomorrow at Destiny. I'll be on the play, and I mean this hand on the other hand seems quite good against the Enchanter style decks. Torrential Gearhulk's a little bit clunky in the opener, especially since I don't have the Magma Opus, but not bad. We'll keep it. Pretty clear way to sequence the lands here. I think no, we took out the Archmage's Charm, so we can be a little less greedy about that. Yes, hits creatures and planeswalkers. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I just missed that, Nick. Put this into play tapped and pass. The multi-one. Flame Blessed Bolt is 1 mana for 2 damage that exiles if they die during the turn. Well, that just seems quite good. Also, getting this Esper Sentinel out of play seems quite good. So we're going to do that. Should have been a Flame Blessed Bolt, though, huh? Alright. This Anchor's likely just going to be a 1-for-1. I think that's about as much as we can hope to get out of it. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We drew the Magma Opus, so that's going to be pretty good. I'll pay 2 life here, and I'm just going to Anger now. More than likely, I'll be at Destiny unless my car is frozen shut. That is a real thing. It's like 15 degrees here, man. Okay, turns out removing their creatures is good enough. So we got game 2. Easy peasy. Hey, Nick, you're a fucking control player. Look at the cards I have here. How would you sideboard here? What I did was I took out all of my counter magic against this deck, the Archmage's Charms, and I brought in a couple copies of Fry and a couple copies of Wrath of God. Then I cut down 1 Expressive Iteration to make room for a Dispute, which is a decision I'm not super sure on. For anyone who doesn't know, Nick, I'm sorry, I'm about to put you on blast. Nick's a Pro Tour vet. Play with the dude every week. It's pretty cool. And he also, much like me, really enjoys a Hallowed Fountain deck. And knows how to play them very well. So we take his advice. But yeah, I don't think I need a... See, I think it's a trap to go too deep into Mystical Dispute. I might even be trapping myself just by playing the 1. Maybe I just play so much removal, but that the Mystical Disputes on their end, if they do play them, which they probably do, don't equate to anything. Plus, by taking my Archmage's Charms out of the deck, like their Mystical Disputes just struggle to hit anything. But I also think that the Expressive Iterations can be a little bit clunky. I guess I can hold on to them for a while and use them to try to dig for Magma Sprays and Unholy Heats. Meaning that they could just be better than Dispute. I think what I'm going to do here is keep it configured like this. I'm kind of a coward, so I like having the 1 extra Mystical Dispute just to like fight over stuff. But maybe this... No, I think this matchup's not about fighting over stuff, actually. I think this matchup's not about fighting over stuff with them. I think this matchup's about making their cards worthless by destroying their threats and letting their hands be full of just all these enchantment effects. Seems pretty good. Yeah, we're going to try that. All right. Make a new. Make a new what? I did not see that coming. That little dragon they played has been just phenomenal in draft, in Crimson Vow draft. But I didn't realize, like, I guess I did know that if you target it with the spell or ability that you control, you draw a card. But I didn't put together how busted that would be in the enchantments deck. Also, it's a 2-drop, so it shoots into the Lyris decks, which is just like, that seems pretty good. That seems like a good Sentinel size deck. We have the same hand functionally. We've got an Unholy Heat plus an Anger of the Gods. This time, however, we're on the draw, so we're not going to be as able to deal with the Esper Sentinel, but I think this is a keep. Show me a Sentinel 3 times in a row, baby. Just fucking show it to me. There we go. I'm going to pay 2 life here. I think, yeah, they could potentially play, what could they play? Spell Pierce? Do I want to get punished by a Spell Pierce here? Can I afford to get punished by a Spell Pierce here? They have to have it. I think I'm going to wait on this Holy Heat. And maybe that's wrong. TJP, good to have you back, stream. Excited to see where you guys are going. Me too. Thank you so much, TJP. Show me what you got, dude. Okay, there's the Spell Pierce. There's a second Sentinel? Well, I suppose now I kind of have to Unholy Heat the first one. We might just die. Sulfur Falls, not bad. Let's do some praying and hoping and wondering. Let's see here. Sentinel's a 2/2. If they keep blousing that, that's not the worst thing in the world. If they want this to be worth it, they'll have to extend a bit like they just did. Now the question is are they going to blouse up the core Spirit Dancer? And they are. Which is going to take it out of Anger of the Gods range. I still think I need to Anger. So I'm going to. They're going to get the card, but I can't let that Esper Sentinel just stick around. You guys have been my new favorite Magic channel. Well, that's the sweetest thing I've ever heard. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. This core Spirit Dancer is going to be a pain in my ass, though. Oy vey. Hopefully they don't have a counter spell, because if I can get this off the board with the Wrath of God, that'll be quite good. Okay, they're about to refuel, like, a lot. Zoinks. Okay, that's not a bad draw. We're going to pay 2 more life, go to 5. Wrath 1 creature. And hope they have to re-extend. We'll see. Hopefully it's not another core Spirit Dancer. That'd be miserable. SRAM, pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, play an Esper Sentinel. Give me everything. Let me 3 for 1 you. To make up for all the cards you just drew like an absolute Chad. Curse of Silence. Boo. That's pretty good. What are they going to name? Wrath of God? Or Anger of the Gods. They're going to name Anger, which was a mistake. We'll just Wrath. Play Steam Vents tapped. Now we have the Lightning Helix, so we might be able to string something together. Low Press Warrior, thank you. I'm really pumped you guys are enjoying our content. I'm really excited for this year in content. We have some cool stuff planned, and having access to a proper studio I think is going to be nice. All right, well that's a second Lightning Helix, so here's my first one. That worked. Here's my second one. That worked. Here's my land. The last card in our hand's Expressive Iteration, which is not the worst thing in the world. So how's my day going? My day is going just fine, dude. I got a bunch of work done today, worked on the studio a bunch, getting some editing done, and now we're doing a stream. Tomorrow's a full editing day for me. This core Spirit Dancer is going to absolutely fuck us up. It's going to run us right over. This core Spirit Dancer is so good because it doesn't die to Justice Strike, and it usually doesn't die to Lightning Helix. Knight of Bow, well thank you. I'm just being flooded with too much positivity. I don't know how to accept it. I guess we take the Unholy Heat. We'll put this back and we'll exile this. And now we're kind of forced to ship off another Expressive. This time we'll take... Does Fry do it? Does Fry take care of that? It doesn't. Here I think we kind of gotta put Teferi in our hand. And then we'll tuck Anger and we'll cast the Fry on the Storm Chaser. So let's put this into play. tapped, and we're going to fry up this Storm Chaser. And I hope they can't blouse us out, but I think they can. I think they can. Teferi can tuck himself. Yeah, so we're dead. Ooh, 0-1. Yeah, that sucks. That's a... Blue-white enchantment's got a bit of a buff, huh? We're down in gold, so one of the things we're doing this month as we stream is trying to get as high in Mythic as we can as well. DED dead, absolutely. We got fucked up, boys. But, not to worry, we're going in for game 2. We're going to be playing a little bit more historic as well. I like the historic format. I hope you guys don't mind the... I know it looks like shit, but I think we're going to play some Magic the Gathering Online. I want to play some Modern. Right now, it's my favorite format. So that should be pretty fun. Gonna second what Void Narrow? What did Void say? Where is Foley Store? Choke yourself and die? Fuck you, Adrian. Thank you, Foley. Foley knows what I need to get by. I said, goddamn the Spirit Dancer. That Spirit Dancer is insane, right? Love you too, Foley. Foley, I don't know how much you heard in the beginning, but we're going to be doing stream days more than Sunday. And it's going to be in the studio, which you can't see because the light's off. Also, we're still waiting. It's kind of... You can't really see anything, but it's bigger than it looks. We have so much space to work with, which is pretty cool, I think. What the fuck do you mean I'm in a minute 22 seconds queue time in Arena? Well, let's just re-queue. Yeah, it's my old bedroom. Another thing I did. We'll re-queue this. Another thing I did. This is kind of a... I hated the idea of this at first, but I moved into my closet, which means I can come out of the closet every morning. You can't see it, but there's like a bed in here. It's pretty cool. Looks like we got a game finally. Bugged by Sultai. Love this guy's name. But I get the power of choice, which, as we know here on the channel, is fundamentally broken. This hand is pretty weak. What's the companion here? Yorion? I mean, they do play a lot of, like, annoying small creatures that the anger can probably clean up. And I got a Raugrin Triome. I'm going to keep this, but that's because I haven't gotten enough reps in this deck and this format to know whether I should keep it or not. Time to mean the shit out of the closet bed, right? Yeah. Get ready for closet vlogs, boys. Alright, this is clearly coming into play tapped. I don't know how aggressive we're supposed to be, like, trying to find the combo in this deck. Which is the whole pitch my Magma Opus and then Gearhulk it or Mizzix Mastery it back. So they didn't make a turn 2 play, which means holding up this charm is going to be pretty cool. Closet bed is just like Pocket Bacon, only completely different. I second that. Cycle this thing. I'll get some more magic cards, please. Another Archmage's Charm. You'll love to see it. Did they just purchase the Yorion and go to discard? That is negative stocks, my friend. You just lost like a lot of Tesla stock, dude. Closet bed emote? We got to get someone on it. We gotta. Does anyone know about making emotes? That's something I want to start. We want to start doing that. Why? Because I don't know. Fucking memes, dude. Culture and all that. So they're just letting us play lands, and I don't know what their deck does, but I'm willing to bet I probably the better draw go deck. I'm not actually sure. I could just jam Teferi here. They've got a blue source up, so I think I'll refrain from doing so. Just play another tap line and pass. If they keep this up, I'll just play Teferi and have Archmage's Charm to back it up. First emote has to be a bean. The first emote has to be a fucking bean. Refrain from walking into the counter. Yeah, we're gonna do that. They've clearly got something in hand because there was a wait. What do you got here? Collected Company? If I counter this, they just Teferi us, right? I'm not getting companied though. That's too much. We'll skip it. Adrian, what do you think of the new Kamigawa ninja that turns Blightsteel into a ninja? I think it's the commander that I'm clearly playing for the Neon Dynasty Pack Tactics video in February, right? Clearly. But I'm not actually interested in ninjutsuing and Blightsteel Colossus. No, no, no. I'm interested in this. I'm interested in comboing. Well, they do just walk into an Anger of the Gods, which isn't all bad. I'm interested in comboing, is what I'm interested in doing. How do we do it? With Peregrine Drake, or High Tide and Bubbling Muck. There's a few ways to do it. But what you do is in combat, post blockers, or post damage if you want. I think I need to back this up with Counterspell just in case they have the thing, so I will drop a Glacial Fortress, and I will Anger of the Gods. Now, you can't Spell Pierce, idiot. They probably have Ephemerate, but I will counter an Ephemerate. That's the position we're in. What you do is after combat, you have your commander, right? And you ninjutsu out an attacker with Peregrine Drake. And this is, or Polinocron for that matter. And what this does, right, is you need another ninja with ninjutsu cost 1. Whether it be not Mothdash Changeling, but what's the name of the little guy? Mistblade Shinobi or Skull Snatcher. And you have the Drake's coming in for 4 mana, which untaps 5 lands, and then the ninja comes in for 1. This is mana parity. So if you have like a Bubbling Muck or a High Tide that makes one of your lands tap for 2, you're good to go. We're going to counter that pretty happily. I'm not interested. And if you want to counter the Archmage's Charm, that means my Teferi might resolve. But yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do a thing at the end step, and we can do infinite ETB triggers if you want to at that point, or we can do something like Spectral Sailor. We can do the combo, generate infinite mana, then flash in Spectral Sailor, draw our deck, win the game. As another route we could take. So I think that's how we're going to build the deck. Just because I'm a hopeless Spike. Alright. Justice Strike, not bad, not bad. Do I want to kill this Lawnmower Elves with Justice Strike? Where'd that Yorion go? I know they bought their Yorion. Why isn't it showing it to me in their hand? That's weird. We will play... Do we want to kill this Lawnmower Elves? I'd say probably not. We'll take this opportunity to get the Spirebluff Canal into play tapped. And we will, as a meme, untap it and a Hallowed Fountain. So the way you keep mana at end step, or yeah, I'm seeing it now. Yeah, you can just like do the combo in combat. You need like a piece that cares about things exit and entering, or a way to dump the mana. But there's ways we can do this that are pretty cool. So I think I want to do that. Or like all your creatures have ninjutsu, so there's so many things you can do. It's silly. It's just silly. Do I want to Justice Strike this Lawnmower Elves? I think I low-key kind of do. It doesn't look like they have... I think they missed their land drop. Okay, Mizzix's Mastery is pretty good. What's in our graveyard? Archmage's Charm, Justice Strike. We can kill everything and like... Yeah, let's start by ticking up Teferi. Let's see here. Okay, Prismari Command. We want this, but I don't know if we can cast it. Yeah, this doesn't work the way we want it to. So we'll play Glacial Fortress and we'll just overload this. We're just going to buy a bunch of value now. So Mizzix's Mastery. This is what we want to do. We're going to Archmage's Charm and we're just going to... I'm going to buy a bunch of cards. Same thing with this one. Buy a bunch of cards and then we're going to go Justice Strike. That, and then we're going to cast Anger of the Gods and we'll let them all resolve. I guess I should have angered first so the thing gets exiled. Oh, it gets exiled anyway. Yay. And then we'll draw into another Magma Opus and a Gearhulk, which is our combo. And we've got nothing to really cast, but I'll still untap 2 lands because I am an absolute Chad at this game. Or a Jin turn 4. Hell yeah, Jinkataxis. Let's go. So I could discard this Magma Opus, but I think I actually want to use it on their upkeep. Because I have the mana to cast it now. I can even express it first if I wanted to. Mirror Image? Yeah, you get 2 Wall of Blossoms. MTG the stack. Do you think Umezawa will be a new deck you own? Because it doesn't replace Yuriko at all, but looks like an intriguing Juke commander. I don't know, and I only don't know because of the... It's going to be a blue-black deck. And I don't know if I want to have 2 blue-black personal decks, but all I can say is maybe. It's certainly possible. Do I want to do this now? Do I just want to Opus them upkeep? I think I do. I think I will Opus them and upkeep. First, I'm going to Expressive, though. We'll take a Mizzix's Mastery. And we'll go Magma Spray, Magma Spray. Then, 1, 2, 3, 4, we can play... We're going to untap 2 lands, so we'll have to shock this into play. Then we'll just go to our end step. And then our opponent's upkeep. We'll untap 2 lands here. And then we're going to make them have a counterspell. I don't know how many counterspells they actually play. So we're not going to hit the Wall of Blossoms. We're going to hit them in the face. And then we're going to tap 2 permanents. It's going to be these 2. And then we're going to... Wait, can we take them off of a color? We can take them off of green or white. And that's certainly something. I think we want to take them off of white. Let's take them off white. Damage your face. Because we can't take them off of blue. But we can try to take them off white here. And we'll do it like that. Let's see if you got it. Oh, I didn't even have to shock. I miscounted my lands. If you got a counter, so be it. Because we still have another Magma Opus and a Gearhulk. So that's going to be fine. They can ephemerate all they want. We don't mind the ephemerate. That is what it is. And that draws a card. We're just trying to lean on this Teferi at this point. And can you counter the spell is my question. Because if the answer is no, you're going to start to get buried so fast. It's not going to be fair. Resolve. Cool. 16, I draw 2, have 8 cards in hand. You know. At some point, they got to deal with this Teferi. You got a bounce spell or something? Brazen Borrower, maybe? I don't know. And they don't have white, so they can't, like, Inquisitor Captain or anything right now. Super helpful. They have Yorions in their main, though, so that's pretty choice. Yes, draw all the cards. So here, we want to do... we're going to tick up this Teferi. Another Magma Opus. Would you look at that? Let's do everything right now. We need to actually race them, I think. So here's how we'll do it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. And if we use 3 of it, we go down to 6. So do we have a Magma Opus in the graveyard? We do have a Magma Opus in the graveyard. We're going to do a few things. Well, I have to go now. Hope you have a fun stream. I'll be waiting for the new content videos. Have a nice day. You too, Reaper. I'll be seeing you very soon, buddy. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go Prismari Command. We're going to go 2 damage to any target, and I'll make a treasure, I guess. We'll do 2 damage here, and I will make the treasure. And then we're going to play Torrential Gearhulk. That's going to flash back the Magma Opus we just cast before. And then we're going to put 3 damage on this, 1 on them. Submit 2, and then we're going to tap these 2. And we'll go like that. Yeah. We're going to do this. And that's going to let us clock them for 4, bringing them to 11. And then we'll shock in... Do we need to shock this in? We could just play Hall. That may be a faster clock, actually. Yeah, we'll play Hall of Storm Giants. Teferi will trigger, and we'll untap this land and this land. And then we'll discard this land and this land. Yeah, I think that sequence is quite good. Because now they're dealing with lethal force. And we like that. Also, this Teferi is just, like, threatening to go off. We do play 2 Teferis, so we've got the whole Teferi Tuck win con built into the deck as well. And with this Mizzix's Mastery, we cast these Opuses, we're looking at kicking it. Joel, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Welcome back to the stream. Grizzled Huntmaster, that's pretty good. It resolves. Resolves. How much damage can I deal? Can I just kill them? I think I can just kill them. If I Helix them and then discard a Magma Opus, they'll be at 8, and then I'll get to cast Helix plus Prismari. Yeah, I think they're actually just dead. I think I overthought this. They're probably just literally dead. Man, watching you and Calvin play, Adrian, is always a fucking treat. Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate that. Deputy of Detention, non-land permanent opponent controls, and all other non-land permanents that players controls with the same name until it leaves the battlefield. So what we're going to do is a little bit tricky. We're going to wait. Yeah, I think this works. I don't know if this works. We're going to find out if this works. I'm about to find out if something works. This might work. This might stop it from exiling the things altogether. It does. Okay. Just had to make sure. So now we got our 4/4s. We got our 5/6. They named green on a Forsaken Crossroads, which I don't think we care about. And I think our opponent's dead. I do think our opponent is very dead. Let's do some counting. They're at 11, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus tap 2. Yeah, I'm just going to tick this Teferi up. Oh, yeah, duh, Knight. Thank you, Knight, for explaining how that works. Like, I knew it worked, but I didn't know the language about why, if that makes sense. So we'll discard the Opus and create a treasure token. And then we'll just overload Mizzix's Mastery, holding up Archmage's Charm. So we're gonna cast Magma Opus, and we will deal 4 damage to your face, and we will tap 2 creatures, and we will submit, and then we'll cast Prismari Command, and we'll deal 2 damage, and I will create a treasure token. So you take 2. Yeah, they're dead. They're dead to damage. So we got them, and that's good, because I absolutely hate these Yorion do nothing, make the game take too long. Like, all the problems people have with control decks are the problem I have with these Yorion decks. Because they go even bigger and more annoying, which means Niv Mizzet's probably pretty good. Mystical Dispute's also probably decent. I think Wrath of God's not bad. So we're definitely going to try that. I think I want to try Niv Mizzet. I'm not sure why. It's just a grindy matchup. It seems like it should be good. Anger of the Gods, I'll trim 1 of. I think it's still pretty good. Same with Magma Spray and Unholy Heat. I think Magma Spray is the less good one. What do they play that I can hit with a Magma Spray and an Unholy Heat? Huh. What do they play that I can hit with those? Nothing that I think I want to. Like, I can hit their Mana Dorks, which is relevant. But I think I can get flooded with these cards. This could be a mistake, but I'm going to try dropping a pair of those. So we'll drop a pair of those, and then I think our combo's still good. I don't know if we want to cut into the Mizzix's Mastery Opus combination. I could see cutting maybe a Gearhulk or something to slow it down, because they're going to be bringing counter magic of their own, and I just brought in... Maybe I just bring in like 1 Niv Mizzet. Maybe just 1. Now, do we like Fry? I don't think single target removing anything is good enough. Let's try this. Maybe some Mystical Disputes wouldn't be bad. Because they're playing like Mirror Image, they're playing Yorion. I'm going to trim a Prismari Command. And I'm going to trim a Justice Strike because it doesn't hit Yorion for a pair of Disputes. We'll try that. In defense of Niv Mizzet, he does just... yeah, he does just eat Yorion, yeah. I get to listen to Master Chef Chief every day. Every Saturday from 7 to 9. Wow. Been jamming Halo Wars. I used to play Halo ODST. A bunch of Firefight. That was fun, but I've never been super into shooters, if I'm being honest. I think this is a keep. We've got cards, and that's all that actually matters in this matchup, is just fucking raw cards. That was in reference to Halo Wars. See, yeah, I don't know anything about Halo Wars. Sorry for being illiterate, everybody. Raugrin Triome. That is an awkward thing about this hand. I can't cast a turn 2 Lightning Helix because of the island. I still think it was a keep, but that was an oversight when I first looked at the hand. Troubling. Grizzled. That makes me really wish I could cast Lightning Helix. Hey, maybe we'll draw a Shockland. Grizzled Hunt. Let me just actually read this card. I'm not actually fully sure what it does. When Grizzled... I'll just read it to you guys. I was going to move it all the way, but I'll just read it. When Grizzled Hunt Master enters the battlefield, you may exile a creature card from your hand. If you do, search your hand and library for any number of cards with the same name. Exile them, then shuffle. Choose a creature card you own from outside the game. Conjure a duplicate of that card into your hand for each card exiled from your hand this way. Okay, so it's kind of like the blue version, unexpected conversion. So we'll play Sulfur Falls. We found the red source because we knew we would. They went first, right? So no one's behind on lands yet. I'm just going to hit the Huntmaster. Steve Downs is the voice of Master Chief, and he has a radio show called The Classics. It's on a local station every Saturday, and he used to be the morning DJ for that same station from its inception in 2001 till March of 2015. That's awesome. That's actually super sick. What's not super sick is I think I have to just cast Expressive Iteration here. Maybe it can wait a turn. Maybe I can play this island and pass. Represent an Archmage's Charm. Plan to cycle one of these Triomes. That way when I cast Expressive, I can find a removal spell off of it. And maybe they just tap out for a collective when I cycle this and I can just wrath them. That'd be pretty cool. There wasn't even a stop, so they just straight up don't have it. This time... I think I want to get this white source into play, and I think I want to cycle this Magma more than I want to Expressive, potentially. I don't know if they have the Coco. Even if they do, is there a chance I just need to Iteration anyway? No, I've got so many lands in my hand. I think I can wait on the Iterations. This match tends to go long. We'll just pass. They probably have a Coco. We'll see. There was no stop at when I went to cycle, so like I don't know if they had the Coco, but they also could be really fast clickers. I have no clue. Are you going to collect a company? Well, the good news for you is I sure don't have Archmage's Charm, and they suspended my memory lapses. I'm one of those guys who get irritated when they suspended memory lapse. Those are good cards. Let the grind begin. I think my deck has more killing power than theirs because I'm doing the whole Magma Opus, flash it back thing, make 4/4s and beat their face. So I think I'm, in a weird way, I think I'm the beatdown, which feels weird. My deck's not supposed to be the beatdown, but I think I am in this matchup. Arasta of the Endless Web. Whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, create a Spidey. Yeah, okay. That's fine. I'll take nothing. They're not going to attack me for one when they could have. Maybe they're afraid of a Shark Typhoon cycle. I'll let them cycle their Wall of Blossoms. Draw another card. At least, yeah, they're tapped out. So my Wrath of God is going to resolve. I'm just going to do this now. We got a Heat, not the worst thing in the world. We're going to cast Wrath of God. You can make a spider. That is fine. And now I will destroy the spider. Because I am a bad person. Spirebluff Canal tapped. Yeah, that's got to be it. Spirebluff Canal tapped. You could have shocked in the Steam vents to like, I have an Unholy Heat and I can cast it. But I got this treasure and I think it just makes more sense to get the thing that I can get into play. So do I have any sorceries? I do. So now we've got a Shifting Ceratops, but they couldn't give it the thing. And I got paid off and drew the Mizzix's Mastery. Well, that just seems pretty good. Can I wait on this Mizzix's Mastery? I kind of think I can. I'm going to cast Expressive Iteration. We'll put Lightning Helix into my hand. We'll put Fountain back in my deck. We'll exile the Sulfur Falls. And I think we'll just plan to kick this Mastery, meaning no harm, no foul if we want to just double... Oops. Oh, wait, I'll just Unholy Heat it. Duh. I was like, I know there's a reason I did that. And then we can pass, because next turn, I think I can I can overload my Mizzix's Mastery next turn, which should mess them up pretty hard. what will we get back if we overload it? We'll be able to cast Helix, Heat, Expressive, Magma Opus, and Wrath. And we'll want to cast the Wrath last. Yeah, we'll cast the Wrath last. They could have the counterspell at this point. And I don't know if I'm afraid of just a Charming Prince, so we're just going to make the Mizzix's Mastery better. These are all lands. That's a little bit awkward. We'll do this into our hand. We'll put this in our deck. We'll exile this. We'll play this tapped, and that'll conclude our turn. We'll just hold up this charm, and we're going to try to completely blow them out with a Mastery. Because they're short on mana, so they'll probably have to tap out, and when they do, we'll be right there. Oh yeah, come get me, dude. I assured you have a 26 life, now 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another Charming Prince? I think that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Next turn I'll have 9. I'll have to wait 3 turns to get enough to overload Mizzix's Mastery and flash it back. At what point am I supposed to just get the one spell off Mizzix's and not overload it? It feels like I can force the issue. Neoform. Well, this seems like my opportunity. This does seem like my opportunity, because now there should be roughly 0 opposition to this. You're dead? I think you're just dead. So if we do this, we have to cast the Wrath of God last. So we're going to cast a Lightning Helix at their face. We're going to cast oh, I don't know if it matters. And maybe we just don't cast the Wrath. We'll Unholy Heat this thing. Maybe we want it for later. We'll Archmage's Charm to draw 2 cards. We will Expressive. We will Expressive. We'll cast Helix at your face. We'll cast Magma Opus at your face. And then we'll tap 2 cards that are already tapped and submit. And then we'll decline to cast that. Oh, it's exiled anyway, but it doesn't matter. We don't need to cast it. So we're going to do all of this now, which should just end the game. Like, they're not going to literally die, but it's going to be so close it doesn't matter. Next, Expressive. We're going to have like a full hand. We might have to go to discard. We'll keep a Mizzix. Yeah, we just ended the game, which is pretty cool. I like ending the game. Yeah, we're going to have to go to discard. Oh, a bunch of good cards? Cool. If I was a petty person, I might say good game here. But I'm not. Alright, what do you want to do, dude? I think it's just so bad for you right now. Luckily for them, these Gearhulks are kind of dead because I just overloaded Mastery. But they are at 11, so these Gearhulks represent just so much damage. Oh, hopefully they extend in a way that makes this Anger of the Gods busted. That'd be pretty nifty. Oh, I missed this. Cataclysm. Gotta say, I'm stoked to finally be able to join Spell Table Shenanigans in a couple of weeks. New PC, I am pumped about that too. Spell Table should be absolutely awesome. I'm excited to get some Spell Table streams. Those streams will be re-uploaded to Rebound. Something to look forward to. We're gonna go Sulfur Falls, and what's just the best way to sequence our turn here? It's to play this Niv-Mizzet. Yeah, I have it. What of it? And then to cast Anger of the Gods. It should be called Spell Table Shenanigans, and it should have its own theme. Hey, I'm down. Alright, cool. I'll just draw all the cards in my deck. It'll be fine. I'm going to hit you in the face with this thing. Cool. I'll draw more cards. Anger, you're at 10. I'm going to beat for 4. I have lethal in my hand. Yeah, this game is super over. I'm down to call it Spell Table Shenanigans. Shifting. Sorry about you being dead, dude. Pay 2 life. Helix you in the face. Torrential Gearhulk. Helix you in the face. Oh, they good gamed. It's like polite good game. Okay. I like the polite ones. 1 and 1. Jeskai Control. Mizzix's Mastery is sweet. Magma Opus is busted when you underpay for it. Let's keep going. We got 3 more to go. Positive win records for everybody. Let's get those MTG The Stack Horizons videos bumping. If you're watching this on Horizons at this point, it's funny because I chaptered these videos, so this will be the end of the chapter. So a lot of people are gonna miss it. But if you are watching this on Horizons, make sure to come check out the stream. We're doing this live on the stream, and it's pretty sweet. All right, one of the decks I really want to play against today is going to be the black-green sacrifice deck. That deck is, I don't know, I think the matchup's hard for us, but that deck's just so sweet. I'd really like to play against it. Absolute L? You talking shit right now, bro? For real? Magma Opus is one of those cards I want to work out too hard for my own good. Yeah, you gotta underpay for it. That's what makes it good. We've got Expressive Anger Mizzixes, which is half of our cut. We're gonna keep this. They're probably Niv-Mizzix control. I guarantee they're Niv-Mizzix control. This is a matchup I don't like as much, but we're gonna try it out. We're gonna see if we can get there. The Kavu is gonna beat the crap out of us. The Kavu with Domain. That thing's a 5/5. Oh, okay. I'll just play a little Steam Vents tapped and pass. Hopefully they don't Kavo me. Or I guess it's not that good because they have a Clifftop Retreat. I guess they could just shock in a Sacred Foundry and then we're fucked. But they didn't. Overpriced silly effects, count me in. Yeah. Yeah, we do be paying 4 mana though. And that's a pretty good price. That's a Scarab God. That's not very good for you. So this is pretty good. Like we just get to, we have to telegraph it. But here's my Hallowed Fountain and I'm holding up Archmage's Charm. I will absolutely counter that, I think. Yeah. This deck's a little bit inconsistent because of its coloring, and this card basically fills the deck out, makes it very easy. Now, I was hoping to make a miss a land drop so we could get Niv-Mizzixed here, but I'm still pretty happy with that. Now we're going to what? I guess we're gonna. If they go Niv-Mizzix, we just resolve Teferi, which is something. I think we're supposed to... Do we represent it? No, I think we need to use our mana. We can use our mana with Prismari Command. Yeah, we're just going to put this into play tapped. Yeah, we've got ways to use our mana, so hopefully they don't just jam Niv. But I think... I'm stubborn, so I think I counter that Expressive every time. They're just going to buy... Well, I'm really glad about the way I used that card. I am now going to Prismari Command, and I am going to make a treasure and loot. Okay, cool. We'll pitch this, and we will pitch Anger at this point. And then we'll make a treasure, and then we will untap and draw, and that's a Gearhulk, which is pretty good. And I don't think they're mainboarding Mystical Dispute, and if they are, I think we just have to play into it, unfortunately. Like, we don't have infinite time to just wait. They also have Vanishing Verse, so we just want to, like, get our Teferi to replace itself and force the issue in real time. That way, if they have Niv-Mizzix, they can't, like, deal with the Teferi and play Niv-Mizzix. And we'll untap 2, and we'll pass. Well, they just hardcasted a Giganta, which means I don't know if I'm afraid of you. Let's Expressive Iteration first, just to see if I can find a Justice Strike. We do not find Justice Strike. We find Unholy Heat. What are we missing? We've got Land, Sorcery, Instant. So we're missing Creature, Planeswalker, are the 2 types we could have go to our bin. I think we'll put the Archmage's Charm in our hand. We'll put the Teferi in our library, and we'll exile the Unholy Heat. Then, and we do have Instant Sorcery Land, right? Instant Sorcery Land, yep. So now I kind of want to tuck the Giganta. That feels right. Yeah, I guess I'm going to tuck the Giganta. So why don't you go back into the deck. Then we're going to play a Fortress. And we'll have Archmage's Charm up. Yeah, I like that. And we've got the Magma Opus. So we have the combo in our hand. And if they just jam and if Mizzix, we've got the answer. If they Lightning Helix our Teferi, I think we let them. Not sure. Maybe we pick a fight. They probably don't have that many ways to deal with it. I mean, yeah, you can draw 2, gain 2. I'm not sure if I care about that. You even can have a 4/4. I don't care about that either. Then I'm going to... what do I have in my bin now? If I cast all these cards, are they neutered? More or less. Alright, my turn. Let's tick up this bad boy. Let's play this Sulfur Falls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's overload this Mizzix's Mastery. Unfortunately, neutering our Gearhulk a little bit, but it'll be able to play with this Archmage's Charm later, which will be pretty good. We're going to cast Magma Opus. We're going to deal 4 damage here. We're going to tap 2 things that are already tapped. Submit. We're going to cast Expressive... I think we're going to want Archmage's Charm to go out first, so then we'll cast Expressive Iteration. Then we'll cast Prismari Command, and we will make a treasure, and we will loot. And it'll be me for both of them. And then we're going to cast Archmage's Charm, and I will draw 2 cards. And then we will not cast Anger of the Gods, because we don't need to. Okay, draw 2, check. Prismari Command, draw 2, check. Make a treasure. We're going to discard this and this. I don't think we need to be cycling lands right now. Make a treasure. Expressive's going to have us check. We'll put Archmage's Charm into our hand. Tuck Gearhulk. Put that in exile. And then the Magma Opus will fire off. We'll kill their thing. Draw 2 more cards. And then after that, we can just pass the turn. And we will untap these 2 lands. So we can have Archmage's Charm up, which is pretty cool. And then 2 cards, huh? We probably don't need one of our lands. And I think that we'll just... Do we want to keep this Magma Opus? I kind of high-key think we do. We've got... I think we want to make our next land drop, though. No. We're going to pitch Lightning Helix. That doesn't seem like something we need to have right now. We've got Charm, Teferi, Charm, Gearhulk, Expressive, Magma. I think I'm willing to fight over a binding. Counter it. I'm willing to fight your binding, the old gods. I don't want you to take out my Teferi, and I want to make this game about tempo now that I have resolved all the good things. So we'll take up Teferi. Do a little draw. Shock in this Hallowed Fountain. Go to combat. Beep in there for 4. And then... Do we... I don't think we need to do anything. We're just going to pass. Like, we've got the Archmage, we've got Torrential Gearhulk plus Archmage's Charm, and the Torrential can flash back on Archmage's Charm, so we just don't care what they have. I think this game becomes pretty elementary. Like, the Kaya, what does that do? Exile 2 cards from a single graveyard, yada yada. Exile target non-land permanent with the... So that card does stuff. Why don't you not do that? Archmage's Charm. Vanishing Verse. That seems like you're trying to slow me down. Why don't you not do that? I want to kill you with damage. Now you have too many problems to worry about, and I think you're literally dead. Yeah, that ain't it, bud. How would we like to do it? 5, 6, so it's Teferi, we can kill. Can we just kill you? Not quite, not quite. We can't quite just kill them. Let's go ahead and... I don't think this game's any longer about Teferi. So why don't we ship the Kavu off into their library. And then we'll go to combat and we'll get in there for a whole bunch of damage. And then... we've got the whole Gearhulk plus Charm play. I guess we're good to fire off an iteration. We'll put this in our hand, I guess. No, we'll put this in our hand. That does stuff. Boop, boop. Yeah, they're just dead. They just died. They died. We got there. We got them game 1. I didn't like this matchup, but they never had the Niv Mizzet, so... And they play the 5-mana Niv Mizzet, which can just bury us in card advantage. These color hosing effects are quite good because it just takes care of like half the cards in their deck. So I think we're going to play like all of those. Is their Niv Mizzet a 6/6? Let me find out. Let me find out if their Niv Mizzet is a 6/6. Because if it is, then Fry is not very good. Niv Mizzet Reborn. Show me. Show me Niv Mizzet Reborn. That thing's a fucking 6/6, so Fry doesn't kill it. That doesn't seem very good. Wrath of God might not be bad, but I think Anger of the Gods is actively bad in this matchup. I think Magma Spray effects are kind of medium. I think we'll play at least a Wrath of God. We got our Mystical Disputes and our Aether Gust. I don't think Archon's where we want to be. Yeah, I think this is probably how we want the deck tuned. There's a chance that our Niv Mizzet pay run is not bad. And they're going to be dealing with their graveyard, so we'll at least make a swap for 1 Gearhulk. And then after that, I could actually see... I could see just trimming on the combo part of our deck. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. Tristan resub for 1 month at tier 1. They've been subbed for 3 months. It's so many months, dude. Thanks for resubbing. Welcome back to the stream, Tristan. Hey, Shroom, long time no see. How are your holidays? Busy. We got a whole new studio set up. We got new assets going. We've got the whole plan for basically all 4 quarters of this year set up. We got more stream days coming, higher quality content coming, and just overall more good stuff. And we like good stuff. We're bringing in this Niv. Let's see if we can get this done with this version of the list. What about you, Tristan? How are your holidays? How is your day going? This is the first Monday of the year. Which means I've been working all day, and I honestly couldn't be happier. Justice Strike, Lightning Helix, Wrath of God. I can deal with their early plays. And maybe that's honestly not bad. But ultimately, I think a lot of these cards are going to sit in our hand. Mulligan. This hand's literally worse. There's a chance we can like keep it on the hope of Expressive buying us out of it. We have to draw the land. It can be any land. Well, it can be any non-plains land. Those sound awesome. I'm glad to hear it, man. I'm glad you like the idea. Mulligan again. We'll keep this one. We're going to ship Hallowed Fuck. Hallowed Helix. Triome Helix. Let's try this. Let's see if it does anything. Busy with work. I feel that, dude. I definitely feel that. Yeah, they're not gonna. I highly doubt they're gonna do a turn 2 iteration. Something iteration. The good one. The one I play. Prismatic iteration. Something iteration. Expressive iteration. That's the name of the card. We might want to play the Glacial Fortress just so we can Justice Strike a potential Kavu that will kill it. Also, we can discard the Magma Opus if they don't do anything. Here's their Kavu. I'm good on you having a Kavu, my dude. Alright. So we'll play this. I think we'll shock it in. We'll represent having a Archmage's Charm. That also lets us cast Mystical Dispute plus Magma Opus. I will Mystical Dispute that. I'm going to try to prey on their deck's clunkiness just a little bit. And they didn't have the land drop, so it worked out. We'll go ahead and loot this up. Hopefully draw a land. We drew a land. Here is my Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. Patron games this week. This week, there are no patron games, but we will have a day where we play a crapload of Spell Table the day that the patron games are going to be. Also, the patron games are not going to be covered for the first quarter here. We're actually going to just stream them like everyone else streams patron games, so be ready for that too. We'll untap these two, which means we can discard the Opus, which is pretty cool. We can also do a trick with our mana later where we just cast it. Hit itself, Kavu. Void. All right, got to get going. Have a good night streaming. Can't wait for the future content. Appreciate you, Void. You have an outstanding evening, buddy. Clothis, which means we're not going to discard this Magma Opus. Do we want to just... Get the fuck out of here. How about that? How about you just get the fuck out? None of your shit. That opens us up to getting Lightning Helix on our Teferi, but I think that's fine. Because Vanishing versus like, oh, another Clothis. Well, that's ew. Uh-oh, stinky. Do we want to cast this Prismari Command to guarantee something? I can do something really cool this coming turn. And I think the answer is yes. I'm going to do 2 damage to their face and I'll create a treasure. You take 2, I'll make a treasure. Draw a land, doesn't matter? No, I didn't draw the land, so I'm really glad I did it that way. We're going to enter full control. Now we're going to tick up this Teferi. Resolve. Draw that. And now we're just going to go to our end step. And we're going to trigger the Teferi. And in response to that, we're going to go blue, red, and then it just doesn't fucking matter after that. And then we'll allow it to resolve. We'll untap these 2 lands. And then I'm going to cast the Magma Opus. We're going to deal 4 to you. We're going to tap this and that, I guess. Submit 2. We'll do 4. There we go. Auto pay. Beep, beep. I just want to buy all of my advantage now. And then we'll pass the turn. I like that one. We like that one. Cool. Any chance of jamming some games tomorrow or Thursday? Tomorrow, no. Tomorrow is going to be, it's a very busy work day. Thursday is the day. So, yes. So they got the binding. That's a little bit of a pain in the ass. But we've bought some of our card advantage. So we're going to go Expressive. And then put this into play tapped. Next, we're going to get you for 4. There's a 4/4 left behind that they're going to have to deal with. And then we'll just pass the turn. So people will be able to hear me make my own weird commentary then. They sure will. That is what's going to happen. All right, buddy. You got it tied up. Plane of Mizzix. Just give me some Archmage's Charm Food. That ain't it. You can cast that. Now I'm just gonna be answering ways that they try to deal with our 4/4 or when they tap out. Territorial Kavu. I don't currently have an answer for that actually, which is a little bit awkward, so I'm gonna try to counter it. And they have a redundant Clothis, which doesn't do anything for them either, which is quite good. Can I press more advantage? I sure can. I sure can. I'm going to play this. And then I'm going to go to combat. And I'm going to beat them in the face for 4. And then I'm just going to go for it here. Maybe I don't have to go for it. Maybe that's so greedy. That is so greedy. We can just cast it. We can just do nothing and pass the turn. If we don't draw land, we'll cast Expressive. Yep, they're going to keep tying the game up. On that note, I'll be able to share some hilarious German card names on a whole new world for funny things just open. Outstanding. Cool. Just rebuilt a Cycling Olivia Crimson Bribery Animate deck. I want to see about that. That sounds awesome. I guess that makes sense. You just cycle and then you reanimate the card and it's good. Yep, that makes sense. Here, do we just try to kill them? Torrential Gearhulk flashes back Prismari Command and hits them in the face for 2. Then I attack them in the face and bring them down to 1. Or I could just do the Magma Opus now and flash it back with the Gearhulk. Could work. I think we're just going to go. I think we can be a little bit patient. And maybe that's a mistake, but we're going to play this. We're going to go to combat. We're going to beat them in the face for 4. We're not going to cast the Expressive yet because now we have Magma Opus up, which is very real. And now we'll just pass. Because if they keep this relationship going between their Clothis triggering and us hitting them for 4, they die first. And them dying first means we lose last. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, they're down at 1 mana now. Oof, I don't think they have Mystical Dispute right now. Yeah, I don't think they have Mystical Dispute. And if they don't have if they don't have it and I Magma Opus them right now, they'll go to 4. No, I think I just need to... this is an interesting point in the game. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to let this happen. But I could see that being wrong. Alright, so they're going to drain gain. Now they're ahead on life. They're going to go to 10, we're going to go to 8. Attack them to 6. We're about to make some moves. Depending on what they do this turn, I think we can make some serious moves. Hydrate Crisis. Are you dead? Our opponent's dead, I think. Yeah, I think they just killed themselves. So now we can Magma Opus them. We're gonna hit you in the face for 4. We're gonna tap this and that. Submit. You're at 8. And now I'm gonna kill you. Okay, that's 2-1. That tap out was super dangerous by our opponent, but they may have just had nothing better. Man, you explaining everything is so interesting. I haven't started my games and I opened the game before you started streaming. I haven't started my games and I opened the game before you started streaming. Oh God, play your games, buddy. But I'm glad you find it interesting. I don't know. I like explaining it out loud. Also helps me. Like sometimes I just make plays to make plays, and like part of me kind of knows what I want to do, but explaining it helps me understand the game better too. So I'm glad it's helpful for you as well. For me, it's just like hearing me say something out loud will tell me like, is this dumb or is this like right? You know what I mean? Let's take this moment really quick to just crack this pack and see what we got. Little intermission. We got 2 more games to play and we're 2-1. We got another mythic. We got plenty of mythic rares, but we don't have a rare wild card right now. So that's going to be interesting as we build more decks. And let's get back in there for game 4. We are 2-1. We played against Mizzix. We lost to blue-white auras. And we beat something round 2. Oh, we beat the Yorion Company deck. Pretty easily too. They didn't put up much opposition. So we got Helix, Expressive, Torrential Gearhulk, but we're missing something very important in this hand. It's red, and we're first, so we can't afford to keep a hand without it. This hand, on the other hand, is quite good. We'll keep it. There's a chance we're supposed to discard the Teferi, but I think it's actually Prismari Command. It's like the least utility card in my hand. It's more of a half combo, half interaction piece, but I've got the Justice Strike, so it's probably fine to discard it. The Malted one. Only ever been good at 1 or 2 control decks. Neither were true control. Okay, so it's extremely interesting, the thought process. Yeah, I don't know if I'm necessarily good at it, or I've just done it so long that, like, I know how I lose, if that makes sense. It looks like we're against auras again. I think I'm going to give them the opportunity to... I don't think they have Mystical Disputes in the main. But yeah, like, all I really play is control, which makes it a little bit awkward, right? So Ingenious Smith is fine. This is going to give us the opportunity to deal with the Esper Sentinel. How good would it be to draw Anger of the Gods? They're not doing Luris. Maybe this isn't the Blouses deck that I thought it was. My turn. Let's go ahead and drop this into play, and let's take this opportunity to just get this Esper Sentinel out of here. I am good on dealing with that. No more cards for you, dude. The treasure vault is very gas with Ingenious Smith. Oh no, they're gonna make it big and stinky. Oh, they're not. They're just gonna play the card and attack me, and then pass. What are they holding that mana for? What do you gotta do with mana, dude? All right, we'll put this into play tapped. I'm not interested in cycling this just yet. We're gonna see what they do. Any new decks I'm building? Lear's ready. I got some stuff. There's already some Neon Dynasty stuff I'm looking at building. So that's exciting. Something that people have been waiting on, that we've had some difficulty with the podding and the editing of that particular video, is going to be, what's the name of it? What's the name of that card? Old Stick Fingers. That is a deck that we have ready and have been ready to release the video forever, but there's just been too many difficulties, and by the time things cleared up, we were towards the end of the year, and it was time to build a new studio and get a ton of assets ready for 2022 and stuff, so zoinks. I think now is actually the time where I Justice Strike this. See if they have anything for it. Because next turn I'm just going to be windmill slamming this Teferi and hoping it resolves. Metallic Rebuke, that's pretty good. Yeah, it is. It's a powered down version, Tristan. Yours was like too good. It was just playing efficiently with other CDH decks, and we didn't want to do a proper CDH pod. But Stick Fingers is a deck I really want to get some content out on. That card's so cool. This is grindy. This is interesting. This isn't what I thought it was. I thought they were going to be playing the Auras deck, but they're playing like some kind of a super grindy Artifacts Matter deck. So we'll see. If this type of deck's super popular, it may make sense to play some number of braids. Yeah, Stick Fingers is kind of cracked. He's just a combo and a can commander. And we like those combo and a can commanders, I think. That resolves. I'm happy to Unholy Heat that. Take 2, and then... Hey, that's what you told me to be. Yeah, yeah, that was my bad, buddy. We did want it to be true CDH until we realized what it meant. The only way to make it in a CDH pod would be to play like a bunch of known CDH decks, and that didn't seem like fun content. There's already CDH channels out there, and that's not what we really wanted to be. What combos and your colors do you play? All of them, exactly. Expressive, solid draw here. Well, that's a rip. We'll put Teferi in our hand. Exile this, or put that in our deck. Exile this. I wish one of them was a land, but we will take the moment to Helix the Thought Monitor. And hopefully get a Teferi into play next turn. Like best play, resolve to Finn late game against mono blue control. Does that count? Yes, that absolutely counts. Nettle Cyst is a nasty little fucker. Alright, let's see if they have another Metallic Rebuke, because I think we kind of got to play this Teferi. Are you winning games of Magic the Gathering? We're trying. Natty Boom, I just picked up a copy of Stickman for my Girard deck. Don't think I'll switch over commanders, but it's great for J-Lich. Yes, absolutely. And honestly, I think it's more fun that way. Stick Fingers doesn't ask you to build a fun deck. It asks you to build something very mean. I'm going to jam this. Wait a second. Are you a Mana Leak effect? You are. That's a Mana Leak effect. Maybe I'm supposed to steal their 5/5. And make them interact with that. How many copies of Metallic Rebuke do we think they have? I think the answer is 4. And playing a Teferi into that is just a big old punterino. But I think we can try to steal it on their turn and get them to use some more of their mana. We'll see. Thought Monitor is unfortunately fine. I wonder what they want to do here. Maybe they want to move over the Shadow Spear, get max damage out. Alright, well, here we go. I'm going to try to gain control of this germ. Make you use more mana to move the thing over. Would you like to re-equip the Nettle Cyst to Thought Monitor? Anyway, enough about unprovable situations. Whoop, this opponent. I'm trying. This matchup seems really weird. Yeah. Maybe I was supposed to play Teferi last turn. Their card advantage engine is insane. They're probably supposed to re-equip that Nettle Cyst. Yeah. Ew. My turn. Here goes nothing. Here's my Teferi. Do you have another Metallic Rebuke? You don't? Why don't you get the fuck out of my face? And then we'll pass. Thinking of putting Styx in my Marin list. By the way, has Wayne sent their Marin list? I want to look. Not yet. That is part of what's happening this week, is we got a bunch of people that are going to be coming to stream. Some people you guys haven't even met yet. And because of that... Do I die here? Ooh. Uh-oh. That's really good. Because of that, we're going to have to get all their deck lists. So Wayne is actually going to be forced to hand his deck list over. He's not going to have much in the way of a choice. Yeah, the Blackstaff of Waterdeep is very good. Ingenious Smith, sure. Yes. This seems like a deck where we want Niv Mizzet if for no other reason, just because they can grind so very hard. And they've got Grafdiggers in the main. This is going to be stinky doo-doo. That's the worst possible land. We're conceding the game. We just can't beat this value. They're going to put Shadow Spear and Nettle Cyst on something, and I'm not going to be able to recoup the life lost. So here, I think we really want Niv Mizzets and potentially Wrath of Gods. Anger might not be quite enough. They play Ingenious Smith. They play Esper Sentinel. They probably play Emery. Maybe like just a bit of a trade, like 1 and 2. I like all my Magma Sprays and stuff. I like Justice Strikes. Love Prismari Command. I could see dropping a Gearhulk and a Mizzix's Mastery just because they're hitting my graveyard on the main board. It's probably worse out of the side. So we'll try that. Oy vey. What the fuck is this song? Stop up in the microphone, Adrian. Clever defeat. How about launch go on? How about launch go absolutely burr? Alright, we get the power of choice, which is great. And that's a mulligan. That's an easy mulligan. That's an oof. Is this the game we mulled to 5? Out for the night. Great stream, Neon. Catch you another. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Natty Boom. Mulligan. Wowee. Mulligan. Keep. Alright, we're going to keep 2 lands and 2 removal spells. I think. Yeah. We probably lose this game. Mulliganing to 4 is a beating. Yeah, it's bad. Alright, we'll play this tapped. We're just going to go through the motions here. It's very unlikely we can beat anything on four cards in hand. But we will go through the motions like respectable adults. Ingenious Smith is fine. I will respond to the trigger and kill it while I can. They have a little Thought Monitor. Put this into play tapped. Hopefully we can draw like some gas. Archmage's Charm would be very welcome here. Alright, they're not doing anything, which is pretty neat. And we drew our 5th land, so now Teferi is a live draw. Not hopeful, but also not the worst thing ever. Without their Shadow Spear, I don't know how much life gain they have. So there's a chance this Hall, like, we're gonna play the game, I guess. Oof, another Lightning Helix. Your turn, buddy. I've got infinite removal. Maybe their hand's full of counterspells. That would not be the greatest for us, actually. Thought Monitor happens, my dude. Gosh, this is so good. These are just artifact lands. Yeah, you draw 2 cards. I am now going to Lightning Helix your Thought Monitor. My turn. I am now going to Expressive Iteration. Buy back some card advantage, buy back some card advantage. Magma Spray goes to hand. Island goes to library. Glacial Fortress goes to exile. Play Glacial Fortress, pass turn. Alright, now Mizzix. That is a card we could draw. Built the Ninja Guy, I can't wait to play it. That's a card I'm very excited to build. That's fine. Nettle Cyst is also fine. Not a lot we can do about it. It's a big old 6/6. She got a fat dumpy, bro. We're gonna spray this Esper Sentinel. It's gonna trigger. I'll resolve the trigger and I will pay the 1. Is that cool with you, dude? This dude deadass gonna counter my Magma Spray? He is. Okay. I think I would like to Unholy Heat your Esper Sentinel. It's dead. Draw a card. It's a Lightning Helix. I think we'll do this on their turn to try to get them to use mana just in case we draw like a Teferi or something. Is having Blightsteel the Eldrazi saying, how do you do, fellow ninjas deck? Yeah, that's going to be a very popular way to build it. I'm a bigger fan of the combo version of the deck, just because I think it's going to be really fun to try to execute on. But the how do you do, fellow ninjas deck is pretty sweet. Pass the blockers, no blockers. I am now going to Lightning Helix it. I'm going to try to Helix this thing twice. Like, I just need to deal with every threat. Another one. Yeah, another Rebuke. Combos, you saw. Do love myself a... Oh, combo. Oh, yeah, combo. You can abuse ninjutsu. You can just absolutely abuse the ninjutsu mechanic. Because Peregrine Drake or Pelinocron as a ninja allows for some seriously gross infinite stuff. It's fucked. It's so fucked. I cannot wait to play that deck. Period. That's going to be so much fun. Yeah, dude, you do your thing. Yeah, exactly. Alright, you countered my thing. You can now hit me for 5. What else you got? Here's my Wrath of God. Do you have it again? Veto, sure. We're probably super dead, but there is a chance, like, if they don't draw very well and we find a Mizzix, which we can currently cast, they might just die. Reverse Engineer is not very good for us, though. The Black Staff of Waterdeep. Nettle Cyst. This is how we die. This is how we literally die. Thanks, Mizzix. That was just a turn too late. Okay, we're 2-2. Let's see if we can clinch a 3-2 record, a positive win rate for the first stream of the year. We're also going to be tracking our Mythic... Oh, we're probably going to start tracking active subs live as well, if you guys would be interested in seeing that number and what it is. I don't know if we're going to do sub goals and stuff. I know that's kind of the culture here. I don't know if that feels icky. Definitely open to some criticism and feedback on the idea. Not really sure how we want to handle it yet. But yeah, you can do like after combat damage has been dealt ninjutsu in Pelinocron on untap 5 lands. Well, then if you have another ninja, say a 1-drop one like Skull Snatcher or Mistblade Shinobi, Well, then you are at mana parity. The second you have either a Palinacron instead of Peregrine Drake, which untaps 7 lands, or a way to double up on mana, whether it be an Ancient Tomb, or ideally it would be like a Temple of the False God, or Bubbling Muck, or High Tide, anything that makes one of your lands tap for 2. Brr. Data is always fun to look at. Sweet, Cataclysm. That's first piece of positive feedback, which I like. We've got a hand that kind of we're going to keep this. We're going to keep this. Bounce land. You could do a bounce land. I think they're a little bit slow, but if you're on a budget, absolutely. Yeah, you could absolutely do Dimmer Aqueduct. That would absolutely work. We're on the play with Archmage's Charm, which we like those. We could just get redded out. And they have Lightning Bolt sleeves, so that seems likely. We shall see. Little Stomping Ground, little more Elves, little White Source. White Source. As much as it sucks to not be able to cast the Archmage's Charm, I'd like them to just not drop a Gruul Spellbreaker on us turn 2 if it's possible. I wish Mystigate was in this format. Is that greedy? I think that's greedy. Okay. Well, got punished. We'll just put this into play tapped, I guess. So for our round 5, it looks like we're going up against the Gruul Stompy deck, potentially the Shamans deck. If it's the Shamans deck, I think we've got a decent chance. I think we have a decent chance against either deck. This looks like the Shamans deck, although BTE would be in both of them, I suppose. But we should have the tools potentially to play a pretty good game against this deck. We'll see. Yep, we sure do have the Shamans deck. This deck's really cool. It uses Harmonic Prodigy to double up on the triggers of things, which is just completely fucked up. So now you got the Archmage's Charm. We're looking pretty hard for a little copy of Anger of the Gods here. We'll see what they do with their mana. There's a chance we'll try to draw 2, unless they do something too good, and then we'll try to counter it. Unfortunately, Visionary isn't too good. We just have to accept the fact they're going to outdraw us. We'll try to use the fact that our deck's the one that can 2, 3, 4 for 1 them to our advantage. Rage Forger enters the battlefield with put a 1/1 counter on each other shaman you control. That's a counterspell. Get the fuck out of here. We'll be taking some damage. We do not draw it, meaning we kind of have to expose ourselves here. We can just die. We're going to tick up here. Put a stop on our end step. That is not a good draw. We'll untap 2 lands and probably die, but we'll hold and see what happens. Because if they just bring us down to like 3 and leave our Teferi alive, there's a chance we can just take the game over. Obviously, Wrath of God's going to be super good in the matchup. Our Anger of the Gods are staying in for obvious reasons. In the end, it's up to what you guys want to share and what Twitch-related things, sub-goals, etc. do you want to implement. I'm pretty sure you find your place and style, the Twitch bubble that suits you. Yeah, I hope so. I really hope so. Faceless Agent. But yeah, we're going to be trying different stuff this year for sure. Kill my Teferi. For the love of God, kill my Teferi. Don't get completely got by choosing to not kill my Teferi. Could you imagine how embarrassing it would be to just put everything at me and get blown out while the Teferi is alive? Smart dude. So now we kind of got to go for something here. I'm going to draw 2 cards. Try to find an Anger. That's just all lands in my hand. Well, that's a concession. I think we drew land like every turn. Alright, we want Wrath of God. We want Aethergust. There's a chance we want Archon of Absolution. Probably not. I think this is for like the super fast decks. I think that's really what we want. And then what we don't want is we can't be using Expressive. We want some Expressive, but we don't want to go too hard into it. We're going to trim on some of our fatter spells. Gearhulk will trim on. And then, yeah, this should be good. This is what we're going to do. Your deck is making up for the last game. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, sorry, dude. Well, it turns out I don't want all my lands. I don't want that as bad as I don't want no lands. All right, let's see if we can make this happen. Solid start. Let's do it. We're going to lead on Triome. If they play an elf, we're going to spray it. This is exactly the type of hand we want against this deck. How we die is we just never draw a 4th land. We drew our 4th land. We'll put this into play tapped. Cool. Cool. That thing's super dead. Like, super duper dead, dude. One card this deck isn't playing, which I thought was interesting, is Narset Parter Reveals. I'm not sure whether that's correct or not, so I'm going to be playing with this list. This is probably my favorite deck in Historic right now, so I'm going to be playing it on and off. We've got a Harmonic Prodigy. I'm going to try to Lightning Helix it and get a Snakeskin Veil out of their hand. They don't have it, so we just kill it. And then we're good to put a Steam Vents into play tapped to follow it up with Teferi next turn. Coco? Just force the Coco? That can't be right. Goblin Rune Blaster. That's pretty good. They're probably going to hit our white source. We'll just go ahead and white, red. We could probably use this. We're going to use this. We need to make our Teferi happen next turn. And that's going to resolve. And then they're going to beep us in the face for 2. Then we'll draw and we'll play our land. Here's a Teferi. Auto pay. We got to take this bad boy up. Rune Blaster's so good against us. That card, I absolutely adore that card. I don't know why either. Normally I hate Ponza effects, but I think as I get older and saltier, I'm starting to like those Staxy Ponza decks. All in all, you have one of the most important things down. Personality branding, from my perspective, it fits together neatly and tightly. Well, thank you. That's very nice of you. What's not very nice is them BTEing us twice. Don't have another Rune Blaster. They fuck me. We're dead. We're so fucking dead right now. We're so dead. Oh, we can't beat that. Yeah, they have the best possible against us, which is going to happen from time to time. And this is a deck I definitely want to play on stream. Oh, this deck's so fucking cool. We got a spray. We have to take up the Teferi. Alright, we got a Raugrin Triome, I guess. We're going to put the Raugrin Triome into play tapped. And then we need to kill something. Maybe we actually don't. We're just gonna end the turn. Alright, let's see what they do. We can't Wrath right now. It's a sorcery speed, so we can't abuse Teferi the way we want to. Well, that's going to be a lot of damage, but that's just the way it goes. I wonder if they want to send 2 things at Teferi. 4, 5, 8, 12, 13? Oh, no, they can use the rage thing to do it. Oh, I could have, man, that was a punt. I could have Magma Sprayed the Rage Forger when they went into, I guess, no, that wouldn't have worked. Because, like, if I Magma Sprayed it, they would have attacked the Teferi. That probably was still correct to do, though. Alright, well, here's to us getting domed for a fuckload. Beep, 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 beep. We're dead to, like, any haste thing. On the bright side, we do get to just Wrath. And we have removal. So we've got a fighting chance, but we can just die to almost anything here. Alright, they went Faces Agent plus Elf. Cool. Let's go ahead and spray the agent. And we'll hold up this Lightning Helix. Archaeomancer's good. What do they want to do here? Coco? What could they want to do here? Elvish Visionary. I think that's fine. Rune Blaster is very rude. I want to play this deck. This deck is sweet. But but we'll see. They're down to 1 card in hand. Like, I have a chance. Seasoned Pyromancer, I no longer have a chance. Oh, that would have been a good reason to kill the Archaeomancer in response to the Visionary, huh? Alright, that resolves. We'd, like, need to find Anger of the Gods, like, stat. And we're going to hold this Helix because of that. Another land. So say we Helix this Archaeomancer, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm at 7, then they have... we're going to kill it, but I'm not hopeful. Ah, man. Looks like a 2-3 day. Well, that's pretty rude. I think that calls for running this deck back after I play it some more, maybe. I don't know. Alright, beep, beep, beep. I'm at 3. Oh, this Visionary is really good. They draw a card. The fact I'm still in this game after just getting my destroyed by lands is honestly amazing to me. And another land. So, you know, we lose. Alright, we got. I do want to see how many... if you'll bear with me for a moment, I'm interested to see how many cards I have for the Ponza deck, because I do want to try it. So, MTG, a historic. Let's take a look. Bear with me as I have a look at this, these decks. Why do I... There we go. Gruul Company. Gruul Agwo. No. This is not the deck I want it to be. Give me a break. Give me the one you know I want. Gruul Shamans. This deck's sweet. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and go to Arena Export. And we're going to see how far we are from it. Because we're probably going to have to buy a bunch of gems to do a bunch of wild cards in order to continue to... play a diverse set of different decks. So, okay. So anyone watching on Arena, on YouTube, this is a 2-3 day. We're gonna have to make up for it in Extreme Day. I believe you're gonna see Calvin streaming if you're watching this on Twitch Wednesday, and then I might stream tomorrow just because we're not doing a normal Tuesday stream. So bear that in mind. We'll either run this back or play something new. But what I do want to do is import this deck and see how close we are to it. Probably very far, but I want to see how far. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so we need Harmonic Prodigy. We need those technically, but we're fine. So we are... Okay, we're pretty far away, but not like prohibitively far. Let's actually craft all the things that we can. Craft all of them, please. Craft all of them, please. Thank you. So we'll craft those. We'll craft the Rage Foragers. We will, yes, thank you. We will craft the... We've got the Mythics for the Clothis and stuff. We'll craft the Faceless Agents. And we will not craft the rares yet. Harmonic Prodigy. We'll do the Archaeomancers though. They're sweet. There's no styles available. Okay, so that leaves us with, and how many sideboard cards do we not have? None. We've got all of our sideboard cards. And somehow one card got missed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 rare wild cards? That seems highly doable. It looks like this is a 59 card deck. Let me see what I didn't get when I copy pasted. Looks like I got everything, so there's an error in this deck. But we'll figure that out. But this is a deck we could very much play. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, that is definitely all I have for you guys. This has been a fun stream. A little bit of Jeskai Control and Historic. We're gonna play some more Historic soon, which will be great. But you guys have an outstanding evening. I'm gonna get my works wrapped up for the night. I'm gonna drink a little bit more. Have maybe play some Diablo 2 Resurrected. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Let me remember where my outro scene is. And as always, I will see you next time.